we spotted something. So, U-turn. This used to be a ski limit. We got all our wonderful boating and water ski stuff. On the right, in white. Probably going to be salesmen coming up. All right, see you in a second. Oh. Well, we were looking to buy new Subarus, but that, boy, if you get a head gasket leak on a Subaru, that Boxer engine. Oh, it's sold. 50 grand. Yeah, it doesn't have the range, so. No, shoot, it's got less range than my car. It says 222. And so you can get a Mach-E or a Hyundai Ioniq 5 Key EV6 for that price range. And you're into Tesla territory. Well, there it is. All four wheels attached. First one I've seen in person. Well, it's kind of a unique split spoiler in the back. All-wheel drive. There you go. Oh, I didn't think that was going to be 50 grand. That thing's got pretty piss poor range for $50,000. You got like the Endurance. You're not going too far. You can tell how big it is. It's going to use quite a bit. Your miles per kilowatt hour is going to be not too swift. Yeah, let's see if we can get out of here. There it is. I figure I'd turn you back on till we zipped out. It's a pretty big vehicle. It's kind of tankish looking. So I don't know what the other specs are, but first one I've seen. We're averaging 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour with the heater on. Ah, Jesus. Boy, that's right at the wrong moment, huh? It's either have your grocery slide to the front or go through the yellow light. My wife always hated when I had that extended van. Those damn yellow lights they're like a magnet for them things, and you can't stop that huge beast. I looked on the slip or something, said it was almost 10,000 pounds. I said, no. You're off a little high. I think it's a little like a ton less. But you look under the structure of it and my 1500 cargo, nothing matches. Where you got pressed steel for steering and your control arms or whatever. This 3500 top of the line was all freaking solid cast pieces. So that's it. The Subaru Solterra by Toyota. Oh, it didn't take long to see the 222 range on that one. That's just not $50,000 worth. I don't care who you are. So mine's 226. And most time I get more. So yeah, my mileage Nissan doesn't drop much in the winter like the Chevy Bolt does, and the Chevy Bolt's got more range than this. But it's the heater that uses, I've got, it's 65 is perfect temperature for me as I'm dressed for outdoors. It's normal, whatever car I drive, unless I've been outside and I want to roast up a little bit. The AC in this one is just negligible. It's a joke. I mean, if you're really trying to squeeze out a mile or two, you might turn it off, but this thing does good. So, an electric bill should be in the mail here this week. Maybe it was today's Friday. And, or I'll get an email and it'll tell me what the new rate is, because whatever our city had signed into, I signed out of over a year ago because the freaking Ohio Edison was cheaper. 2 months later, Ohio Edison went up, so I went back. All I had to do is make a phone call. Dynegy? So that ended at the end of the year. So I think we're going to be like 5.7 cents per kilowatt hour. So took 42 kilowatt hours at home to charge it, and it's 42 nickels on the old one. So you could go, yeah, I'm hearing salt. I gotta watch this thing. So you could just go 42 nickels is $2.10, and then add 42 cents. But you know, it's not 6 cents. So it's just $2.72. So 70% of 42. So right around 250, 260, going from, I think it was 11%, and we went up to 88%. So Toyota was like, what the hell? Wheels had nothing to do with it being an electric car. There's something about the wheels, the bolts, or the whatever the hell the system they had. It's like, what in the world? Can't you just borrow a freaking wheel engineer over to the electric part of the place? Same with Volkswagen. Get your freaking geniuses on your Dieselgate over to your Chargers and other car problems. Those guys, I love those nerds. That was the funniest thing I ever heard, is design the car. I mean, it's rotten for pollution, but it's just like, holy crap. So that's what all the free charging you see around is paid for by Volkswagen and Electrify America. Sins of the past. So, what do you think about paying $50,000 for 222 miles of range? Got lots of room, but like I said, I think it's like the Lordstown Motors. It was probably planned out so long that when they started on this, the 222 was pretty damn good, or average. By the time they get everything done and in production, it's like, well, crap. So, 50 grand. I think the Mustang is what? I don't know, 300 miles of range. I memorize and then I forget because I study them too much. I'll get them mixed up. But yeah, that's just, you really got to like the Subaru name, and it's a Toyota. So, that was a two-wheel drive Toyota. At least you might get a lot more range, or a little bit more range. But yeah, you can tell by the profile of the vehicle. So they're getting bigger cars with better gas mileage now by dropping the engine size, adding turbo, and then your car shuts off at red lights when no temperature's decent. Today, I don't know if it would shut off or not. That's something the wife started noticing. In the cold weather, her Equinox doesn't turn on. But, yeah, there was something screwy about when I test drove it, but she just got tired of looking, had to have it. I said, man, well, I didn't know the damn thing was shutting off. Nobody said anything. Well, that was the problem that was feeling at red lights. Like, Oh, wait a minute. What's wrong with this thing? It's a damn good car. It's like, holy crap. The neighbors had this Equinox they freaking inherited. And I was impressed like hell. It's like silent. It is a smooth, wonderful car, but they're a little bit bigger engine, pre-turbo. So this area is, they're hard. There's Equinoxes everywhere around here. It's like the Ford Taurus, the Ford Thunderbird, and the Chevy Nova of old, where their damn cars were everywhere. All right, well, coming in North Lima, I figured, yeah, that thing just caught my eye. Like, hey, so somebody ordered it, I think, and then it's just there as a courtesy, where the dealer probably preps it and everything, waiting for the customer. But $50,000 plus tax. So you're over 7% around here. Geez, so 7 times 5. You're probably out the door under 55,000. Who knows all the other charges they're going to put on you? Like, oh my God. Yeah. I would at least 350 a range at that price. And we don't know what charging speed. I don't think it's any great deal on that either. That's the other factor you got to consider. If you got a good charging speed, then you don't need as much range. But if you got both, so hats off to Kia and Hyundai. Pretty damn good on that stuff. Good job. There's a hot dog place on the left, and it looks like they're closed. Or, shoot it, unless they open at 11. God, a few years back, I was coming up here for some reason as one of those 1980s late Chrysler New Yorkers or Imperial or something, one of the duded out, overdone K cars with the 50-pound hubcap sticking 6 inches out in the wheels. The bastard's tailgating me. Passes me on a double yellow, passes somebody else on the double yellow coming the other direction here. I'm like, what in the world? Maybe, well, there are hospitals up here. The bastard pulls into that hot dog place. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Do you have a microwave or frying pan or a pot of boiling water? Like, holy crap, dude. It was like you had to have his hot dog fixed. And now... But yeah, 2 passes in my vision, field of range, and a double yellow line coming north on the road here up a mile or 2. Like, for a goddamn hot dog. I've had some good hot dogs, but if I'm going to speed for something, it's going to be something pretty rare, expensive, and hard to get. Freaking hot dog. I risked my life to get here for this thing. Oh, God, the way people are. The one in East Liverpool, that was... Yeah, me and the wife in agreement in that. They were like little red bastards. I don't know what kind of meat that were. Roadkill that was. And like I said, my hot dog normally mustard, ketchup, and relish. Ooh. I will not be allowed in certain clubs with ketchup on a hot dog. And those are my favorite things on a hot dog. I like the Hebrew Nationals. They're like friendly to the system. So I could go for those with sauerkraut. Might be pretty good. Yeah, going out to eat for hot dogs is just what. I'm sure I could plug something in to forget a cigarette later that'll nuke or cook a hot dog. Just leave it on the engine block. Of course, you can't, get the heat in this thing. There's nothing putting out heat except the heater. So, all right, Subaru Solterra. We'll turn you back on if we see any other electricals. So like and share. Thanks for coming for a little ride in the country in the wintertime. And check out the videos. Go to No Rush Studios too. Those are the ones I did over a decade ago with a taped HD camera going into an old desktop computer. Gave the Blu-rays and DVDs to nursing homes and libraries in the area. Only one of them nursing homes, thankfully, and look forward to the next one. And then Alto Super's just got the little early digital camera stuff. There's a 1926 boat motor I got running, and running twin Clinton motors on another Mullins boat. And then a Westinghouse from the old shoulder-held video camera at the train yard. So, all right, be safe out there, and no road rage or trying to speed in school zones like that idiot this morning and out in front of my house. Take care.